R&B Divas LA have come together for what promises to be an unforgettable two-part reunion.
That wasn't very Christian-like cleavage that you were throwing when we were shooting the video.
Their boobies was out. You know what? Everybody told me she need new weaves. This ain't no weave. See that? See that scalp right there? Okay. Damn those headphones.
They're called Beats by Dre, so now you know why the accent on the beat. This ghetto mess is a mess, honey.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this alone because I don't owe you any answers. I owe it to the audience.
And nobody owes you anything either.
I don't believe that wasn't for me, and I don't believe that it was no props. And I don't care what you say today.
We were supposed to share all of our stories.
Grab a snack and get ready for the R&B Divas LA reunion. Welcome to the first R&B Divas LA reunion special. I'm your host, Wendy Williams. How you doing? I am sitting here with the lovely ladies from R&B Divas LA. Michelle, so great to see you.
Hi, it's good to see you again.
And I like your outfit.
You do, thank you very much.
Head to toe, over. Kelly Price.
Hi.
Looking wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Love your outfit.
Thank you.
Sorority pin.
Sorority pin, Sigma Gamma Rho.
Very nice.
Yes.
Also, it is nice to see little Mo.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Yes.
You look wonderful.
Thank you.
With your Barbie feet.
Yeah, these are the kind of shoes you wear, your feet hurt, you just sit down with them on. Just cross and sit.
And it's also nice to see Claudette.
Hello.
I love your evening gown.
Thank you.
Shante Moore, hi. Nice to see Shante.
Good seeing you too.
I love your pink shoes.
Well, thank you so much.
They're very, very nice. By the way, where is Dawn Robinson? The streets are talking. Who knows what? Who?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear why she wasn't coming.
Okay, Kelly, spill the tea.
I don't have 100% facts, but I did expect. I actually texted last night when everybody got in town, and I asked her if she was here, and she said no, that she wasn't going to make it. So I was hopeful. I did hear that she would not be here, but I was hopeful at the last minute that would change.
You know, with the success of R&B Divas Atlanta, it's only natural that an R&B Divas LA was introduced. And certainly you ladies brought it this season without actually fist fighting. You were still able to bring your own brand of crazy. And good.
Yeah.
Take a look.
Ladies, there is something that I wanted to speak to all of you about. Kind of had this idea where 6 phenomenal women make a musical, almost monologuing. Let's get to planning this show.
If you gonna quit, then leave. If you quit, then leave.
Please, somebody tell me this is not happening.
I don't know you.
But it's coming out.
I don't know you.
It can be a one-woman show as well.
What they were trying to do was nasty, it was underhanded, and I didn't appreciate it either.
You are living a lie.
I'm uncomfortable because I feel like I'm out of the loop.
So I'm still under the impression that we're gonna perform live.
This song?
You can't come out with a okay album from being gone for 20 years, right? You're gonna have to step it up and get out there and perform it.
I've had 3 children. I've been married and divorced, and I still am always doing music.
How will you balance being on stage as a single parent?
There's not an option.
I'm ready to make a move. I want my kids with me. I left the East Coast to come to the West Coast. I'm changing my whole life. Whatever we gotta do, if we gotta call some heavy hitters in.
He's going to file for custody.
The only leverage he has is my son. This time in my life right now is a little upside down. I know it's gonna take everything I have to get through it without breaking down.
The things that we sang about ended up being intricate parts of our life story. And I'm going to ask you again to excuse yourself.
I am.
Thank you.
So I'm just letting you know that we're on time clock, all right?
And they still stuck out here because of rehearsal that girl had my husband cancel his work for.
And I didn't get where I am today because of nobody in this room. And I will be respected. I got some Timberlands, Vaseline, and a straight edge.
If I can conceive a child, I would be so grateful, but if I can't, we have a new beginning. That does not always happen for artists.
Ladies of R&B Divas.
We here.
Each woman has a story to tell.
See, my problem with reunion specials is that if the producers are not going to lock all the girls down to where they have to be at the reunion, like producers, you all need to hold those last 2 paychecks.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? And make them all be here. Because as a fan, like, I'm kind of disappointed and looking at you side-eye, Dawn. Really, girl? I thought Dawn was fierce. She's not fierce. She's very...
She's cowardly.
She's cowardly and a follower.
You're a sweetheart. She was a sweetheart to me at first. And child, I can't.
She's weak.
Very.
Okay, so we'll start with the obvious. Michelet, we have interviewed before. I met you once many, many years ago. Explain your voice to people who don't understand.
Well, I talk over my larynx, and it's just like people who are from England and British, you know, they sing with perfect English, but they talk with accents.
So you were born this way?
Probably so.
Had anybody in your career, past or even present, ever suggest that you get it fixed? Is there anything that can be fixed about it?
I hope not.
Yeah.
No.
You can never make prank calls with that voice.
No, Lord.
I don't want to fix it.
Yeah.
It's been good to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Claudette.
Yes.
When your group City High, and you had the Brown Eyes song, that was probably you guys' biggest hit. Mm-hmm. But you, Claudette, were in a group with two guys, and you slept with both of them. Well, damn. Sloppy boots.
Let me clear something up.
Okay.
Okay. I was 16 years old.
Okay.
I had a little, Robbie was my little teenager boyfriend. And he had issues and problems with alcohol abuse.
We
and
saw him
at
on
that time.
A&E's intervention. He did
Right.
intervention.
But that was not the cause of me and my marriage to my ex-husband.
Okay.
He had already had issues. And I'm not trying to talk about anybody. This was years ago.
Yes.
You know, and we've all moved on with our lives, but I will tell the truth.
Okay.
To defend my character.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
At the time, many years ago, when I was 16, he already was struggling with his alcohol abuse and whatever, his drug abuse and everything like that. And he was abusive towards me.
Physically abusive.
Mentally abusive. He would embarrass me, humiliate me, yell at me, tell me I wasn't ever going to be ish. You ain't never going to be in front of people, stuff like that.
Oh.
Very, very broke down my worth and my, you know, I was a child.
So is one of your kids is by him or both?
No, I don't have any children with him.
With him. Okay.
Yes, that was over before the group came out.
Now, how
I had
long
to go on the road with that, and it was difficult. And my ex-husband was the only person who had my back.
And then your ex-husband is Ryan from the group City High. Now, Ryan saw Robbie just taking your worth from you, and I guess he was the shoulder to cry on.
Yes, we were best friends.
And then you all slipped into bed.
No, we didn't slip into bed. Over time, we know that we fell in love.
I want to get back to that and your baby's fathers and the relationship. But Michelet, I know that you'd made a comment and it was comical about sleeping with the producers, which you literally did.
When you go in the studio, you record your own vocals?
I do.
No, but I usually sleep with the producer. That's how you get it done.
And you had a baby with both.
I did.
Suge Knight and Dr. Dre.
Right.
You have two children, and each one of the fathers is a made man.
Yes.
Now, for the life of me, I can't recall who came first. Was it Dr. Dre?
Dr. Dre I had been with for almost 9 years.
No, for 9 years.
Yes.
A legit relationship.
A legit relationship with a big old, probably 8-carat diamond ring on my finger with the big house and the fiancé and the whole bit.
So you were the fiancé?
Yes, I didn't get pregnant until we were in our 5th year with my son.
In your 5th year?
We had been broken up for about maybe 2.5 years before he got engaged to the new woman, but she was already in our life when I was still there.
So he was cheating on you with the woman who he's married to now?
Right. But that was just one of many. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Okay.
I learned a big lesson.
Now, did you cheat on him with Suge Knight?
No, because he was already getting, 3 years had passed. He was already getting married to his new wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Suge was going to jail. So jail and prison are two different things. So really, technically, I was only seeing Mr. Knight 2 days a week because he was gone for 6 years of the 7 that I was with him. So, let me see if I can clear this part out.
This ghetto mess is a mess, honey.
Oh, God. Because I want I didn't know that when you're in prison that you can't get married over the phone.
I have a lot of questions for your situation. I don't like the way it's going down. Shante Moore. Ladies, are you scared of Kelly Price? This ghetto mess is a mess, right? Oh, go.
Because I washed my sheets before I got in the new bed. I did do that.
But were you ever married to either of them?
You were so married to Suge.
I was fake married to Mr.
Yes,
Nice.
yes. I heard that.
You just hit me with it, and you see how just...
What is a fake marriage?
A fake marriage is when you don't go in front of no priest or no whoever it is that you're supposed to be, the man with the black robe. He wasn't there. So I didn't know that when you're in prison that you can't get married over the phone. Nobody told me that.
I can't.
Nobody told me that, Wendy. I had to learn that. But now, guess who told me the truth?
Who?
The judge, the IRS, and the FBI.
I can't. I gotta catch my breath.
I'm just saying.
Okay, we're gonna leave that alone for a moment. Now, Kelly.
Yes.
You spent a lot of time on the show in sunglasses, even when the sun wasn't out.
Yes.
Inside,
Yes.
and I normally think of people who wear sunglasses inside as being evasive.
Right.
Is it that you didn't want to look at the girls directly in the eyes?
It is that every pair of glasses I own is has my prescription in it, which I told everybody at the beginning of the season. I can't see. I'm not doing the LASIKs. And the problem I was having with my contact lenses is that my allergies were bothering me. So I am aware that people will think that.
Yeah.
So I do explain from the very beginning. And there were days that I remembered to bring my glasses without the tint. And for the days that I didn't, I would have to keep the other glasses on that I drove in.
Gotcha.
But they all have prescription in them.
Understood.
Yes.
Okay. Claudette, watching, and don't take offense to this, but as a fan of you all's show, I'm watching, and you are one of the most depressing people that I've ever met through the TV. Yes, yes.
I don't mean to be that
You
way.
seem sad, wounded
You know
bird.
what? I was at the time. You know, I just came out of a struggle.
So are your baby's fathers keeping up with child support? Because a girl like you should not have to be living in a Subaru.
Well,
driving around from family to family. Girl.
Kids. Ryan is an excellent father. The children love him.
Does he pay his child
He struggles
support?
as well. You know, and when he has it, he gives it to me when he has it.
But he wrote that Usher song.
He wrote what
He
Usher
did.
song?
Caught up.
But that was,
he can't quite.
and we had we got a house from that and everything, and you know, but my house.
Because I don't like when men don't pay their child support. That's like so rude.
And everything.
Like anybody that would sit there and let their baby mother have to practically live in a car.
It's nasty.
I don't want to hear, oh, he getting himself together. No.
And furthermore, it's
No
even
shade.
nastier because all the girls are now on TV, so we get a chance to really watch them. And I am watching as a fan. And we're going to get to you in a moment, Shante Moore, because I have a lot of questions for your situation. I don't like the way it's going down. While Claudette was dealing with her personal issues, she and all of the girls were dealing with one big issue. You know, the ladies were all excited to show their support for an organization that Kelly was involved with. Unfortunately, things did not turn out as planned.
Tonight is the night to support Kelly's Broadway in the Hood. And there's already some drama because Kelly isn't even here. That's not good.
Everyone's wondering where Kelly's at tonight. What happened?
Deer in headlight, kind of thrown in with the wolves. So, yeah. What do you say? Okay, you want to say something?
This whole situation is unprofessional. I'm sorry. It's unprofessional and it's unfair.
Ladies, real quick, we were hoping Miss Price would be here. We don't see her yet. But if you all would step to your right.
The show still had to go on anyway.
Hello, ladies. Seeing as though Miss Price was unable to make it, I'd love to see if any of you would be interested in joining us on stage for a song.
That just didn't really happen.
You don't just walk up to people and say you want them to sing. Because my throat was dry. I hadn't had a chance to rehearse. I was half asleep.
I'll chat about it. Let us know. Thank you, ladies.
I'm not happy about this. I don't like going up and being unprepared. So we decided to go in the lobby, try and give this thing a shot. We have a problem figuring out what song we all know.
So I can't remember songs to do of my own when it's time to sing. So I'm going, what y'all want to hear?
All right, y'all. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna go back and sit down and see the rest and support the play. I didn't want to do this. I don't easily just get up and do something spur of the moment.
My husband pulled me to the side and like, you think the ladies will join in? So, guess what I do? I thought that this was the priority, but with Kelly not being there, who does that?
What are we gonna do? Then put me on the spot.
To represent for someone who doesn't even show up. If you don't care, then why should we? Shoot.
As a fan, the obvious question is, ladies, are you scared of Kelly Price? You all seem to be a little, maybe scared is not the word, maybe Kelly, it's intimidated by your meanness. Kelly, I had no idea you were such a mean bully.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I found out some things too.
Did you know that you weren't going to be in Vegas and you were sending the girls out there?
Actually, I was in Vegas. We all knew that I was there, and we all knew that I had to leave. The opening night for Broadway in the Hood was Wednesday, which was the day that we went to mentor the children. It's an organization that I work with, and I really want them to get maximum exposure so people will know about them.
But the question
and donate.
is, why weren't you there?
Because for the sake of keeping the schedule, they were asked to move the pink carpet from Wednesday to Thursday. I already had another engagement.
Little Mo, what she said, is that true?
I knew we were supposed to fly to Vegas. It was like a Monday or Tuesday. Me, my husband, my sister, and my cousin flew to Vegas. Everybody else stayed behind. So we missed a whole day of shooting. Let's be real. Because it was a mass text message that was sent out that said, oh, it was just crazy. But if they pushed it back a day, why couldn't they push it up a couple of hours to do the pink carpet just to get that footage? That's all I'm saying.
When the man came to you and asked you all if you would get impromptu on the stage, I'm sorry, you're better than I would have been, because I wouldn't have done it, because the person who got us there, Kelly Price, wasn't there.
Well, may I ask a question, if that's okay?
Yeah.
I want to go on record and just ask, are we all saying that you all did not know that on Thursday I wouldn't be in town?
We found out on our way in the van that the girl was driving us and we almost crashed. They said that Kelly is going to go ahead to her flight.
Claudette, how'd that make you feel?
That's how you found out? Okay.
That's how I found out. I still have the text messages.
I think one of the major misunderstandings is that we are filming a show during this time. Somebody said, oh, Kelly had a show. I was like, all right, well, look, come on, you know.
Shante, how does that make you feel? She didn't show up.
I didn't have a problem with her not showing up, honestly.
So no one felt like they were on the spot. Nobody felt like Kelly knew and set you up.
I felt that if she wasn't there, then why do we have to go? Because as soon as we walked in, they was like, give it up for the R&B Divas at AT. I said, wrong cast. Like,
Number one.
It was a homeless lady out in the parking lot. She was like chasing the production crew. It was scary. I was scared. We was in the middle of Vegas.
But that's always walking so fast into the
we didn't have no security. I was like, yo, what's really good? And I had to slide out the dang on thing like this.
That was a problem.
And we were in the church van, and the girl almost crashed on the way there. I'm not lying, and that's why I'm hype, because I'm just like, yo, I respect everybody. Like, I'll rock with everybody's situation.
Wait,
I'll sing anywhere USA.
Hold on.
Child.
Kelly.
Yes.
We're in the middle of the reunion. What are you doing? Up next, the streets have talked for years about wondering whether your second husband, Kenny Latimore, is gay. And perhaps that was the nature of your divorce.
What if we...
I respect everybody. Like, I'll rock with everybody's situation.
Wait,
I'll sing anywhere USA.
Hold on.
Child.
Kelly.
Yes.
We're in the middle of the reunion. What are you doing?
Pulling up the message that I sent to everyone and their responses
We all
to
said
me.
we heard. It's okay.
Child.
The thing is that they all got the message, but it wasn't the right time. It still threw them off.
Well, no, actually, that really isn't. It really isn't what happened. The message they got was as I was boarding the plane, I thanked them for going, even though I could not be there. And I said to them, it really is a lot that you would go with me not being able to be there. I really appreciate the fact that you would do this for these children. I did not take the ladies' time for granted and just never not show up someplace. That is not the case. And
had she ever apologized to you all?
For what, that night?
Yeah.
She didn't make it. It was okay.
Ass Shante.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, your personality though in this show is really shown. Yes. You're a cool lady. Yes. All right, Shante, my #1 superhero of all times is Wonder Woman, and when you did the twirl in the bathing suit, I was.
Fish.
Love it.
That was fun. But I did that because we had some serious meetings, and it was really, really, like, tight. Our emotions were a little drained. Yeah. And I was like, you know what?
Good stuff.
I'm gonna just be a little crazy, just a little bit. So I jumped out.
I enjoyed that moment. Another reason why I just think that you were just an outstanding personality, a lot of fun. You had a conversation with Little Mo about her divorce. But first I want to talk with you, Shante, about your relationship with Kadeem Hardison. So that your first baby's father, how many years were you all together?
8 or 9, something like that. It's a long time.
I love the chemistry that you had, the friendship that you've managed to forge.
How you is? You guys say what's what?
What's what? I'm trying to do it, you know, working a little, playing a little. How about you? You good?
I'm good.
I'm glad a man would use that me up with.
You're a hard act to follow.
It makes me believe that you all are having secret drive-bys, or maybe you'll get back together one day.
No, we're gonna be friends forever. Forever. We're a family.
Yeah.
It's my daughter's, that's her family. So he's my family. That's it. That's it.
Divorced people need to get along like that.
Well, it's for the children. Nobody asked to be born. We all just kind of got here.
Yes. So you and Kadeem, children, secretly married, publicly divorced, then you moved on to Kenny Latimore. And then you were talking to Mo. And I was looking at the TV, ringing and rocking and ringing. Because I was like, okay, somebody's got to come with what the streets talk about. The streets have talked for years, wondering whether your second husband, Kenny Latimore, is gay. And perhaps that was the nature of your divorce.
No. It was not.
It was not, but you're not answering the first question.
Well, that's not for me to respond to. Honestly, I wouldn't even have brought Kenny up in the show at all. It wasn't my intention. And I will say that had he not filed papers while I was doing this show and put that stick of dynamite in my hand, I would have never mentioned him. I would have never brought up any part of our divorce. I already told the producers, I'm not talking about him. Yes, we were married. Yes, we were divorced. Here's our son. We love him. We love him like crazy. But he filed papers in the middle of me doing the show. So I mentioned what was going on in my life. Otherwise, I would not have mentioned it.
Can I just say that was the most disgusting, low-down, dirty dog thing for a man to file and try to take a woman's kids. That is absolutely disgusting. My heart was breaking for you. But the streets are still talking about Kenny Latimore, and that's all I'm going to say.
Well, they can keep talking. You should ask him.
Well, I just think it's dirty that he's trying to take your children. You have 2 children with him?
One.
One
son. But he's not anymore. It's over. That issue's over.
It's over?
Yeah.
Oh. Why would he even try to take a child from you? Are you on drugs?
No. No, ma'am.
Are you fast?
No, probably. Well, no. I was about to say, probably used to be as a little girl, yeah. But.
Well, why are you all fighting like that? Does he keep up with his child support?
No.
Ooh.
We the whole road.
We
don't get child support.
He said we make about the same thing. That why should I pay you anything?
Tried it.
How much child support is owed to the R&B Divas LA?
We would probably be able to make another R&B.
We could shoot our own reality
video and a new album
and fund the whole project.
Her daddy paying.
You know, Gucci bags.
She's married to
Gucci bags don't do it. But you were owed how much millions? You said
Probably millions.
Probably millions for Michelle.
Couple years.
Mo,
my baby father's not famous. My ex-husband, so I know it's about 16 stacks. That's 16 grand plus.
Okay, Claudette, really?
Child, I lost count. I don't know. I don't.
Is anybody in court trying to get their child support?
me, and I be calling, and they say, well, they switched jurisdictions, but we gonna still keep the case open. Because I said, I'll just drop the case. Just tell them, just give me all parental rights to my kids.
So you all right now are singing for your lives.
For our life.
And this show is helping propel your singing.
Yeah.
So we need to keep this show juicy. So the reunion's got to continue, and let's keep it juicy too. Okay. Still to come. Have you ever caught him in an intimate embrace with a man?
I was going to her church. My husband and her husband was cool. Then she stopped talking to me, like, out of nowhere. And I was just like...
This was Kelly's project. Do we all agree on that?
No, I'm sorry.
Let's continue with your relationships. I wanted to find out about your relationship with the executive producer of R&B Divas, Faith Evans. Faith was married with a child with Biggie. You're from the West Coast. Did you women get involved in that East Coast, West?
And never has. Every time I meet with her, I see her, we do not even speak of it because it was not our business. We weren't a part of it. I know very little. I probably know less than she knows. We are working women in this business who... We have dignity and pride about ourselves, and we want our children to do that too.
Got you.
Yeah.
Well, what about this? Are guys intimidated to date you?
I ain't got one. You know somebody?
No, because nobody wants to mess with Suge.
Hello? I met this guy out of town, and he was just like, you know, who's you been with in the industry? And I was like, well, I have my baby wife, Suge Knight, and I have a baby by Dr. Dre. Never called again. I really do. I'm starting to think that's the problem.
That is the problem. No shade.
That is the problem.
Oh. Girl, I was scared of you at first because of your baby mama.
Really? This is true. You was like...
I'm wondering how it is. I was like, when I saw you on the TV, I said, he let her do that show? Yeah, I said, because Suge is like...
He doesn't bother me, though. He doesn't. He really doesn't. He doesn't bother me.
While we're on the subject of men, Shante, we have got an Instagram from Terry Wynn at theyBF.com. So we're going to show it to you.
Oh, Lord.
Hit it.
This is Terry Wynn from the YBF. Shante, the next time Shantae's got a man, what are you going to do differently?
Wow.
You know, first I'm going to take my time. That's the first thing. I don't need a man for anything. I'm not saying anything, right. But I'm saying,
baby.
I'm saying I'm happy. Really, I'm happy right now for the first time in a really, really long time. So having peace with myself is the first thing. I don't think I was ever like settled into, because I think we have a thing when we're single, we're looking to be married. When we married, we're like, I don't know, I could have maybe done better. I maybe could have, we're just never settled in. And I don't think I ever just exhaled, and I finally exhaled. I'm okay.
All right. Aww. Kelly, you were a backup singer for Mariah Carey.
Yes.
But I never knew how that ended. Did it end respectfully?
It ended with me telling her that I wanted to leave to pursue a career in writing, possibly being an artist.
And what did she say?
She wasn't ready for me to go. I went and met, long story, so I won't go into it, but I met Puff Daddy. And the day after I met him, I was in the studio writing for Horace Brown.
I'm assuming you're talking about Mariah in the following quote that we got from your Twitter. I'm years late on this one, but I'm looking at a concert on TV right now of a certain singer, you put in quotes, and asking myself, what happened to your voice? Sometimes the gimmick goes too far. One day you go to sing and realize it ain't happening. This is making my throat hurt.
Yes.
We talking to Mariah?
We were talking to a singer, and I didn't name the singer. Somebody actually did name the singer, retweeted it, and added a singer's name in.
Mariah.
But the tweet was tweeted that way for a reason. If I wanted to name the person, I would have named them. But that was between me and the television screen at the moment.
Yeah.
And it was a comment. Someone decided that they wanted to take it and retweet it and add her name in there. And that's as far as I'll go with that.
Now, Kelly, you've written a lot of songs for a lot of artists.
Yes.
You've written for Bonnie Raitt, and tell us some other people.
Winona Judd, Faith Evans, 112, Mace. I did a lot of ghostwriting on a lot of hip hop records as well. I've written for Shante Moore.
What song was that?
And that was I'm Watching You during the Silas days.
Was it a soundtrack? I think it was a soundtrack.
Shante, you didn't know that Kelly wrote a song for you?
I didn't know that.
It was for a record. It's possible that it landed on a soundtrack, but Shante is the only one other than myself up here that I've written for.
And you got your check.
I did.
I hope so. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
You are personal friends with Kenny Latimore.
I am.
Do you know of Kenny Latimore perhaps talking negatively and intending on not paying Shante child support?
I have to honestly say I've never heard him say a negative word about Shante.
Have you ever caught him in an intimate embrace with a man?
Never. We don't hang out like that.
Okay. Look, it's my job. Somebody's got to ask. Look, we've got more with the R&B Divas when we return. Up next.
And I didn't want to do no monologue.
Wow.
Let's be real. I wanted to I said, can we tour? Because I said, I don't do monologues. I do radio.
And it's my understanding, ladies, that this was Kelly's project. Do we all agree on that?
No, I'm sorry.
Welcome back to the reunion. The biggest issue between the Divas seemed to involve Kelly's Divalogs project. However, when the idea first came up, all the Divas were excited and totally on board. Take a look.
Ladies, there is something that I wanted to speak to all of you about. Kind of had this idea where 6 phenomenal women make a musical, almost monologuing.
I think you might need to bring somebody in to really help develop the story.
We need to get this moving. I need to help Kelly because she's too busy to do the monologues. I'm having a producer come and talk to us.
I heard that. I'm not real happy about it.
My manager tells me to check out Fred Thomas Jr. as our director.
Hello, ladies. How you doing?
Hi.
Fred. Nice to meet you.
Shante.
How you doing?
I met with a guy named Fred Thomas Jr. He's gonna, I guess, like direct or produce the monologues for us.
Really?
But I'm gonna tell you the downside to it is that he don't know music.
What in God's name is somebody gonna do with 6 women who express themselves musically and they don't know music?
Fred Thomas Jr.
Excuse my hand and what? I'm so
Nice to
sorry.
meet you.
I'm Dawn. Nice to meet
Fred.
you.
My initial impression of Fred is shock. I'm trying to figure out why Fred is running this rehearsal right now.
I just like to do a little warm up to kind of get everybody to kind of.
So you're rehearsing us?
Yes, I am.
For
the monologue presentation show.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You haven't heard any kind of other information about me?
Not at all. Not a clue.
Can we go through this real quick and then just afterwards we can go into that?
No, I don't know that I want to tell you something personal about me and I don't know who you are. Can you excuse yourself?
Oh, you need me to? Well, I really want to hold this session because we don't have time,
Okay,
Kelly.
can you excuse yourself?
What do you need me to leave for?
Because I need to speak to them.
Okay. Ladies.
Please don't address them without addressing me, and I'm going to ask you again to excuse
and
yourself.
I am.
Thank
Ladies,
you.
we have a show to do.
Thank you.
So I'm just letting you know that we're on
Thank
time
you.
clock, all right?
The playing field is not level right now.
Right.
It was always in my mind that we would always be together with whomever we were working with.
Okay.
Kelly doesn't trust Fred. She didn't have to trust Fred. Honestly, you have to trust yourself in the moment. That's what you trust.
I don't know you.
But it's coming out
I don't
right
know
now.
you. How can I trust you with the earliest tragic memory of my life?
But you know what?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I
need to be able to trust you that if I get to a point and I get stuck, I need to be able to trust you to say, go there, Kelly!
She just gets straight Brooklyn, Queens, Harlem, Staten Island, everything on him. And I fear for his life.
Can I trust you to take me there and can I be safe? Can I feel safe with you?
Yes, you can.
I don't know you.
What I love about that clip is it showed me 2 things. First of all, Shantae's love of seafood. And the other thing it showed me is Kelly is a mean girl.
I can explain that moment. Now that I've seen it, I can explain it a lot better. I don't make excuses for that moment. My big revelation was that at 3 years old, my mother left me with family, and my cousin, who was a female, raped me every day that my mother was gone. And in revealing that, it was the first time I'd said it to anyone other than my husband. I said it to these ladies. And so to do that and to present that on stage, that's a very scary place to be.
And you wanted to be with somebody that you're familiar with, but all the girls were revealing things from their past. So you all had to trust somebody. And it's my understanding, ladies, that this was Kelly's project. Do we all agree on that?
No, I'm sorry. I'm just going to say from the top that initially we had a meeting with management and the producers of R&B Divas. We can call them Moon People, we can call them
the Wizard
Oz,
of Oz,
Wiz, whatever.
Okay.
Whoever it is. They said, hey, this is our idea. Kelly, we want you to be the helm of this. You presented to Shante. Shante, you and Kelly, you and Shante presented to the ladies.
Oh, we had that meeting?
So
you and I were in the meeting with production?
Yeah, at the Savoy.
So this wasn't your idea.
Right.
This was
untrue.
I'm
Shante
sorry.
and I had that meeting at the Savoy. I had that conversation prior to production ever beginning. They talked to me about a season project and what I felt I was capable of bringing to the table. And the only thing that I have to go on record of saying is that we can't go on record of representing conversations that took place when we weren't there.
Was the monologue Kelly's pet?
On camera?
On camera.
On camera, yes.
But off camera, it was the creation
Before
of...
I even signed my contract, I knew it was going to do, and I didn't want to do no monologue.
Wow.
Let's be real. I wanted to just, I said, can we tour? Because I said, I don't do monologues. I do radio.
on record of saying that before everybody's contract was
because I
signed,
have
the
a separate
conversation
contract
didn't
from
happen,
everybody
but
else.
I was hired as the anchor, so I
Pretty
would have been
much.
involved in that conversation.
But my contract don't say.
They don't know what my meeting
It
was.
would have said the production company, and it would have told.
Nobody's saying she
Which
wasn't
means
here
they
but
can't
first.
discuss what happened in my meeting. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying to you is
That's all
that
I'm
I was
saying.
standing there when they said, we have an idea.
Okay.
At the Savoy. We were already filming.
At the Savoy.
Yes, we were already filming.
That was
at
the first
point.
day of filming
I've
for
been
me.
meeting-
So
I've been meeting for months, and that's what I am saying.
a couple of times, but what I'm saying to you is that either you're going to be a part of it or you're not. And 3 weeks into it, my problem was not that she had a problem with the producer. My problem was 3 weeks in, you have a problem with who somebody else who's running this hired. And then it started going back to me like I was trying to run something, which is why I brought this up. I don't want to look like I'm like going, oh, that's your project. Oh, you ain't doing enough. Here, let me take your project.
But that was
and
also
go
a plant. I don't need to try and go there and say Shante is a control freak or she stole my idea or she did any of that. I'm just saying if we're going to talk about what happened when the cameras were not rolling and there were production meetings, it was clear, turn it up or this gets shut down. So that's the real drama.
And all that's great. I don't know about turn it up. I didn't get the turn it up.
Are we saying that the meeting? Are we saying that the meeting didn't happen?
Oh, they're saying the meeting didn't happen.
Oh, the meeting happened.
Because I was told drama was allowed, violence was unacceptable.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, where's all this turning it up? And
I didn't hear the turn
I didn't hear that part.
So, were you all genuinely angry at Kelly, or were you acting? for
No
the
acting
wizard?
was involved for me.
No acting was involved.
No acting.
I
So
started
you-
feeling some type of way.
I wasn't there.
I had my family around her. I was going to her church.
Absolutely.
My husband and her husband was cool.
Absolutely.
Then she stopped talking to me, like, out of nowhere. And I was just like, I don't know what happened, when, who said what, but I was ready to just turn up. Because I don't like when people come in between when somebody I consider a friend. Like, that was my big sister. So it hurt me when we stopped talking. That hurt my heart. To this day, I'm over it, because when I text her, when her husband texted my husband and said, tell your wife to call Kelly, I did all the applicable things to rectify the situation, because I don't know what happened. She ain't never called me back. So I left it in the past. But when she ain't in control, it's a whole different
That's
monster.
the thing. You do seem like a control freak, and you called it good.
And that's not shade. That's reality to me.
It seemed like reality as a fan through the TV to me also. If you aren't in control, Kelly Price, then you don't want to have anything to do with it. Would that be accurate, Claudette?
She wasn't hardly there a lot.
I had drama.
It was
in my
a
life,
lot.
as usual.
Yeah.
So I wasn't there during
Shante,
that time.
is that how you saw it? Up next.
I didn't like that she kept quitting every 3 days. That was making me a little upset. I gotta pay child
Did I
support
quit
for my
every 3
own
days? If you aren't in control, Kelly Price, then you don't want to have anything to do with it. Would that be accurate, Claudette?
She wasn't hardly there a lot.
I had drama.
It was
in my
a
life,
lot.
as usual.
Yeah.
So I wasn't there during that
Shante,
time.
is that how you saw it?
What I saw is that it seemed as if she wasn't having the opportunity happen the way she wanted it to happen.
Yes.
And then it was like, I was the bad guy because things were happening. I'm on this train. I'm not running the train.
Right.
I'm on the train, but I'm going to commit to on the train. I didn't like that she kept quitting every 3 days. That was making me a little upset and made me feel uneasy because you messing with my check. I got to pay child support to my own children. I got stuff that happens in my life that I've got to take care of. It was like, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm tired of it. May not be what I want. I'm sick of this. Or pulling the mic off.
You mean, Shante, was she quitting every 3 days? Once a week?
And then it was like she was telling you that I'm making this me show. And I'm going,
every 3 days.
I just don't quit.
Okay.
It can be one. If we all quit, then I won't be
Initially,
quitting.
what she kept saying was she would do her own show. And that was irritating to you.
Her
Kelly
own monologue
said, well,
show.
I'll just do my own monologue show.
Yeah.
No,
Before
you
that-
didn't say that to me.
No.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
No.
Let me just bring
you did
this.
At one point you said you were going
That
to do
was
your
in the
own
end.
show.
In
But
the
I
end.
mean, as far as the quitting every 3 days, I wasn't there on. But if she quit every 3 days, I was there when she was saying, I'll just do my own
That
show.
might have been Dawn because she was so scared and quitting.
Now, let me just say, look, I do want to revisit the Dawn Project because I'm feeling a ways that she's not here.
I'm itching in my boots.
Okay, we'll get to that. Well, one of the people that the fans felt really got a raw deal during the Divas monologue rehearsal was the director, Fred. While most of the Divas seemed to be on board with Fred, clearly there was a lot of tension regarding his hire. And who better to tell his side of the story than the man himself? Oh, Fred! Fred, were you relieved when Kelly and Dawn left the show?
Yes, I was.
Next time on the R&B Divas LA reunion.
She don't know me, so I don't understand. Is this a challenge? A whole bunch of things are swirling in my head.
I don't believe that wasn't for me, and I don't believe that it was no props. And I don't care what you say today.
Vaseline, a straight razor, and a pair of Timberlands.
There was no razor.
That's what you said.
You jumped up in his face. Why
We
didn't you
don't
jump
do
up
that.
in his face?
We were on camera and I was doing what I was at. Okay.
Damn those headphones.
They're called Beats by Dre, so now you know why the accent on the beat.
We were supposed to share all of our stories.
Did you check the church lady and her boobs hanging in church?
With that.
I'm just
It was
saying.
a dress of the moment.
If there is an R&B Divas season 2, are you in?
Tune in next week for the conclusion of the R&B Divas LA reunion special.